And when Ehud was dead, the children of Israel again did evil in the eyes of Yahweh. Therefore Yahweh sold them into the hand of Jabin the sovereign of Canaan, who reigned in Hatzor. And the commander of his army was Sisera, who was dwelling in Harosheth Hagoyim. And the children of Israel cried out to Yahweh, because he had 900 chariots of iron, and for 20 years he harshly oppressed the children of Israel. And Deborah, a prophetess, the wife Lapidoth, was ruling Israel at that time. And she was dwelling under the palm tree of Deborah between Ramah and Bethel in the mountains of Ephraim. And the children of Israel came up to her for right ruling. And she sent and called for Barak son of Abinoam from Kadesh in Naphtali, and said to him, Has not Yahweh Elohim of Israel commanded, Go, and you shall draw towards Mount Tabor, and shall take with you 10,000 men of the sons of Naphtali and of the sons of Zebulun. And I shall draw unto you Sisera, the commander of Jabin's army, with his chariots and his company at the Wadi Kishon, and shall give him into your hand. And Barak said to her, If you go with me, then I shall go, but if you do not go with me, I do not go. And she said, I shall certainly go with you. Only, there shall be no esteem for you in the journey you are taking, for Yahweh is going to sell Sisera into the hand of a woman. So Deborah arose and went with Barak to Kadesh. And Barak called Zebulun and Naphtali to Kadesh, and he went up, 10,000 men under his command, and Deborah went up with him. And Heber the Kenite, of the children of Hobab the father-in-law of Moshe, had separated himself from the Canaanites, and pitched his tent near the terebinth tree at Tisanim, which is beside Kadesh. And they reported to Sisera that Barak son of Abinoam had gone up to Mount Tabor. So Sisera called all his chariots, 900 chariots of iron, and all the people who were with him, from Harosheth Hagoyim to the Wadi Kishon. And Deborah said to Barak, Rise up, for this is the day in which Yahweh has given Sisera into your hand. Has not Yahweh gone out before you? And Barak went down from Mount Tabor with 10,000 men after him. And Yahweh destroyed Sisera and all his chariots and all his army with the edge of the sword before Barak. And Sisera leaped from his chariot and fled away on foot. But Barak pursued the chariots and the army as far as Harosheth Hagoyim, and all the army of Sisera fell by the edge of the sword. Not one was left. Sisera, meanwhile, had fled on foot to the tent of Yael, the wife of Heber the Kenite, for there was peace between Jabin sovereign of Hatzor and the house of Heber the Kenite. And Yael went out to meet Sisera and said to him, Turn aside, my master, turn aside to me, do not fear. So he turned aside with her into the tent, and she covered him with a blanket. And he said to her, Please give me a little water to drink, for I am thirsty. So she opened a bottle of milk and gave him a drink and covered him. And he said to her, Stand at the door of the tent, and it shall be if anyone comes and asks you and says, Is there a man here? You shall say, No. But Yael, Heber's wife, took a tent peg and took a hammer in her hand, and went softly to him and drove the peg into the side of his head, and it went down into the ground, for he was fast asleep and exhausted, and he died. As Barak pursued Sisera, Yael came out to meet him and said to him, Come, let me show you the man whom you are seeking. And when he went into her tent, there lay Sisera, dead with the peg in the side of his head. And on that day Elohim humbled Jabin sovereign of Canaan in the presence of the children of Yisrael. And the hand of the children of Yisrael grew stronger and stronger against Jabin sovereign of Canaan, until they had cut off Jabin sovereign of Canaan.